boys and girls. Our math class is going to look very different this week. As I am sure you already know and have received an email, we will not be having a live practice session for our math class this week, but I did not want you to miss out on the time to practice and review, as well as me introducing a new skill for this week. So we are going to start focusing on fractions, and there are several different components to fractions, but as we start out, we are going to practice with naming, writing, and representing basic fractions. So this is level 1, just focusing on halves, fourths, eighths, thirds, and sixths. So let's start with looking at a shaded figure. So very importantly, we need to look at the directions, or in this case, the question. And it says, what fraction of the shape is shaded? So typically, and in particular with a shape like this, it's usually going to be gray or white. Sometimes there are going to be colors, but when you're thinking about official assessments, they're usually going to be black and white or gray and white. So I wanted you to get used to looking at figures like that. So what we have here is we have this triangle that has been cut into 3 pieces, okay? And you can see that one of those pieces is shaded gray and the other 2 pieces are not. So what this means is 1/3 of the shape is shaded. That top number on your fraction that you see outlined in blue is your numerator, and that top number represents the part of the shape that is shaded. So there is just one part shaded. That bottom number, we also call the denominator, represents how many pieces there are in the entire shape. So there are 3 pieces. This triangle is split into 3 equal pieces. Just one of them is shaded. So there's 2 ways that we can actually say that fraction. So you see we've got 1 and a 3, right? So if you look down below the box, I have 1 divided by 3. That fraction bar that separates the 1 and the 3, or that fraction bar that separates the numerator from the denominator, is a division symbol as well. So we can say 1 divided by 3. Another way to say this fraction is 1/3. Not 1/3, but 1/3. You hear that RD at the end of third. So 1 divided by 3, or 1/3. Now let's take a look at a different shape. So the question is still the same. What fraction of the shape is shaded? I see that 1 piece is shaded. 1 piece is gray. How many pieces are there all together? So I see that this square is split into 4 equal pieces, and 1 of those pieces is shaded. So much like the fraction that we just looked at, we have 1 part shaded. The part that's shaded always goes on the top, out of 4 pieces all together. So 1 part shaded out of 4 pieces all together. That bottom number is how many there are in the whole thing. So again, there is 2 ways to say this fraction. We could say 1 divided by 4, or we could say 1/4. Not 1/4, but 1/4. Notice there is a TH at the end of that 4. So we could say 1 divided by 4, or we could say 1/4 of the shape. Let's take a look at another shape. The question here says, what fraction of the shape is shaded? Same question, different shape, and the shape is also split into a different amount. So when I look at this circle is split into two pieces. One part is shaded out of two pieces all together. So you look at the part that is shaded, and then you look at how many parts there are in the whole thing. So we have one part shaded out of two parts all together. One part shaded, the part goes on the top, out of two all together. So when we focus on how to read this fraction, you can start with the top number, the numerator, and say 1 divided by 2, or you could say 1/2. Now this is different because we don't use that number 2 word, we say half. So when a shape is split into two pieces and one of them is shaded, you say 1/2 is shaded, or we could say 1 divided by 2. Okay, we have another shape to look at. The question is the same. What fraction of the shape is shaded? So we have a star, and it is split into lots of different pieces. So you would want to count how many pieces are there. There are 6 pieces in this star. How many of them are shaded? Just 1. So the part that is shaded is what we are thinking about first. Then how many pieces are there in the whole entire star? There's 6. So we have one part shaded out of 6 altogether. So again, one part shaded out of 6 altogether. The part that is shaded always goes on the top. The number on the bottom is always how many pieces there are in the whole thing. Now, one common mistake sometimes students will make is that bottom number will be how many parts are not shaded. That's not the case. That bottom number has to be how many pieces is that shape split into. It's split into 6 pieces. How many of those 6 pieces are shaded? 1 of them. So when we practice reading this fraction, we could say 1 divided by 6, or we could say 1/6. Notice how I have that TH sound at the end. 1/6. So you always read that top number first, and then you can either say 1 divided by 6 or 1/6. Okay, so we have practiced naming fractions from a particular shaded figure. Okay, and we just focused on one part being shaded out of however many parts that shape was split into evenly. The other way to look at fractions is to represent a fraction with a shape. So in this case, we are going to be looking at how many pieces are they saying the shape is split into, and we have to do that. So this says divide the rectangle into thirds. Be sure each part is the same size. Color 1/3 blue, color the rest green. Boys and girls, when we are representing a fraction, so we're working backwards, one of the most important things to recognize is that all of the pieces need to be the same size. When we are looking at fractions or parts of a number, your shape should always have equal pieces. So because it is saying to divide the rectangle into thirds, that means I need to split this rectangle into 3 equal pieces. So I have drawn a line inside that same rectangle so that I have 3 pieces that are the exact same size. The direction said to color 1/3 blue. So one piece out of 3 pieces altogether should be blue. 1/3 should be blue. And then color the rest green. So we have followed directions to represent a rectangle that is split into thirds, 3 equal parts, and we now have colored 1/3 blue, and the rest are green. Okay, so let's just review. We can now read, write, and represent fractions. We focused mainly on 1/2, 1/4, 1/3, 1/6, and you will have an opportunity to practice with 1/8. So now I want you to have the time to practice and work through naming, writing, representing fractions at your own pace in the Class Kick program. Please make sure as you are working that you are as independent as possible. So it's super duper important that your learning coach is there to support you, but let's see how well you can do from start to finish with each problem. After you practice your fractions, you will get to the review section. That's everything that we have practiced so far as it pertains to number and number sense skills. So you will have place value practice and rounding practice. Also, some comparing of numbers. You guys did a fabulous job with that last week.